Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully, you guys can hear me. How's everyone doing? Give me a thumb. Please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, I'm on my mobile right now and doing stuff a little bit differently this time. Let's see here. Right. Me. I hate technical difficulties. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this freezing. Let's see if it stabilizes now. Can you guys still hear me? One of the good things about having a basement, and also one of the bad things about having a basement, is the signal in the suburbs of the suburbs breaks up a lot. It's like we're playing a CD game. Dang. All right, I see Big Bob Bodega's joined. Again, the Elder Break is on. I see Peace for My Heart. Are we stable now? Hopefully the FBI is watching. Hey, they might be. They're tapping my lines, figuring out what it's probably James over here trying to tap in. All right, so are we good? Can you guys hear me? Are we stable? All right, I'm gonna take that as a yes. All right, so thank you guys for joining. This has been a huge transition. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update on video quality is potato. Oh, I hate that. Um, I apologize, guys. I'm on my cell phone. I am going to my computer in a little bit after we do this walkthrough. So hopefully it'll clear up by then, and then we can just kind of chat and talk it up a little bit. Um, but I guess I'll go ahead and start showing off kind of what I've done and um, see what you guys think, and we can kind of go from there. Is that all right? All right, so let's see here. All right, so last time we were in this room, I had a bunch of totes everywhere. I kind of still do. This is all the lining that my figures were in. Um, these four need to get sorted through. These are all the empty ones now, so we made some progress. Um, Also transitioned some to putting boxes in for storage, and uh, see some shelving here, so stay tuned on that. And let's see, let's just go ahead and get to it. So I primarily took out most of the figures. I think I'm 95% done. So the shelves, I'm working on a theme here. Everything is pretty much laying down that doesn't have a insignia on it, Autobot, Decepticon, whatever, and or it was just better or easier to put in the cabinet standing up. So these are the items, and I think these two cases I'm going to make into scenes, so like some dioramas or something like that. Again, working with it. Um, let's go this way so I can just make a full roundup. This case right here is going to be some of the bigger figures that just don't fit in my normal displays. I really like the Dragon Megatron here and here. These are very beautiful figures. And then of course we have these power basers. from Fans Hobby that are just too big. Speaking of Fans Hobby, I'm actually going to dedicate this one to uh, the Chose Prime and Get Right Robot. Go ahead and put all the Fans Hobby stuff in there. With a quick start, probably be dedicated to Fans Hobby. And like I said, Get Right Robot. I have some of his art up here. Um, this arson, I actually have a couple of them, and it's ironic that they're so hard to find. I do also have these two exclusives from Toy Dojo. I don't know if I'm going to make this cabinet Fans Hobby plus exclusives or what, but work in progress. This one's new. This is going to be dedicated to all the seekers I have. So, um, for those of you who know and have followed the channel, I have been the stupid person who's bought all the Make Toys Seekers and the bags of Skittles. So, this will be kind of a display for those guys and all the other Seekers I have, since I have just so many. And again, once I put uh, insignias on them, then they'll go ahead and stand up or be in alt mode. This one here is going to be dedicated to the Devastator Wars. Even though I have some Combaticons in there right now, they will get moved, but this will be for all the different versions of the Constructicons. Again, I don't know which ones are going to make it into combined mode and which ones are going to make it into alt or bot mode, but stay tuned for the Combiner Wars. I know we owe you a couple of episodes. Let's see here. Going on this side, this is again going to be my season 1 for the Decepticons. And as you see, it's kind of empty because I haven't really set up anything in here. And yes, Bumbleclot, I will be waiting on a sale for him though. Here, Minosaur's taking a nap. That is the um, old version of Bruticus that I don't know what I'm going to do with them. It's the Zeta Bruticus. I don't know if I'm going to keep them combined, um, especially with the Make Toys looking so good. Or not Make Toys, Magic Square looking so good. So we'll figure that out. Some different versions of Blitzwing in here and some more Seekers. I think what I'll also do is I'll keep one set of Seekers and Coneheads in each case just to represent the season that they're from. Again, another Minosaur taking a nap. That's X Transbot. Speaking of Magic Square, I will be using the Shockwave gun to put in his hand, probably. Some more Stunticons, some more um, Combaticons, another, that's the Fans Toys Blitzwing, um, more Stunticons. So again, we're going to figure that out. So that was season 2. And then here we go into season 3. And again, some figures have fashion symbols, some don't. So once they get those, they'll go ahead and get stood up. And I'm kind of going fast over this since it's a mess, really. And some of these may be moving from one case to another. Um, this is going to be my miscellaneous case, and I know that sounds weird. I just don't know what to put in here. So it's going to be kind of all the, maybe like the repaints and all the weird ones that I've picked up over the years. Um, I had it set to be kind of like a G2, but I don't have enough G2 figures, so I think just calling it miscellaneous for right now works. There is another Unicron in there, the toy version of Fans Toys Galvatron. Jezzy will definitely be standing up. Um, a couple of six shots, and why I always find it hard to tell which shot I like the best. Um, There's another O1 Studio Galvatron. Um, I've been cleaning up in here, so there was a mop and bucket right in front. But here you can see this one is actually going to be the G2 now that I think about it, um, as well as um, we'll have some shattered glass in here as well. So here's my mop and bucket over here. Move that out the way. I did 3D print some Unicron wings for the planet mode since I have the separation kit. So I will be painting that. Um, and then let's see, the Dinobot rifle didn't like that, but this is the Beast Wars shelf. Shout out to James on this. There's some trans art, Moby, and then some Takara. I am going to move this Moon Studio Raiden and the Zeta Superior in this case and put some more shells, figure out what I'm going to do there. This case is, I haven't cleaned it out yet, and really right now I just laying on it, but this is actually for all my Omega Supremes. So they will go in here. Um, Going to this case, this one is going to be for the movie, the 86 movie. So some of the characters from that, again, this will be where I do some dioramas, I think. Um, I have like Optimus on the deathbed. I have a Ghost Starscream and Sharkticons and Quintessons and all that stuff. So uh, the octopus or the cyber squid, shout out to Collector's Craft for that, and a couple of versions of Ultra Magnus, a bunch of uh, in the case right next to this. Um, the Star Saber is going to get moved, and the Tarn down there is going to get moved. But again, we're back to the initial case that we started with, which again is filled with a bunch of Junkions and ships and stuff like that. And um, this is going to be part of the miscellaneous. There's a box here. I'm actually going to be building another shelf or another cabinet. So stay tuned for that. Probably on the next episode that should be done. Um, and on top, we can actually see, I forgot to show this on the other side, but I do have some blockies thanks to Sinistar Alpha here. Thank you very much, my man. But this is going to be season 1 for the Autobots. Again, a lot of the things are just laid in here, not necessarily posed or anything. My smoke effects, shout out to Titan for sending those to me. Going to look forward to putting those up. Autobots in their alt modes. Again, most of this was just put in here just to save some space. The deformations, or not deformation, I always want to say deformation, the Dreamstar, Superion there, Fans Toys and Takara, Jetfire, some dinos between Fans Toys and Gigapower. Got a couple rows of those. And then season 2, got Defensor, got some more Defensor limbs in there. Got some aerial bots again. I'll probably do a scene with these guys as well. I didn't realize how many Protectobots I have, but there's quite a bit, and there's a couple of companies doing them. And no, I am not going to do a Protectobot war. And again, here we go with season 2. Here's season 3 and 4. Not a lot in here right now. I have to find out where all the rest of them are so I can put these in here. And you can kind of see what's going on there. and some empty shelves at the bottom there. So this is the primary museum. It's first off. Um, let's see. Oops. I don't know what I just hit. Um, we'll save the comments until I get on my laptop. That'll be easier. All right. So in this room, we're working with the legends here, and that's what I think I'm going to do here is put all the legends figures here that I've come up on, as now I am a legends collector and no longer a dabbler. This one is actually going to be reserved for mask. There's right now it's just a placeholder as I figure out where stuff's going to go. And then on this side, we have kind of my dedication to ramen, and there's some masks and some centurions and some silverhawks in there. Um, this case is dedicated to New Supply, and I have to move this case. So I have the Lincoln Memorial and two DJ booths. So Soundwave and Blaster are battling it out on two different floors of the club. A couple of more jet fighters in here. And then in this room, this is where I'm going to put kind of my um, third party and kind of the smaller third party combiners like the TFC stuff, and um, so you can kind of see a little bit there. And I don't know what's happening here. That's not what I want to do. All right. Um, did I flip the screen around? Jeez, I hate this phone. I think I did. Sorry about this, guys. Why did it flip? This is stupid. All right. Let's just try that for right now. Yeah, this split screen sucks. All right. So hopefully this works for everyone. So this is the G1 and alternators here. Again, going back to this case, sorry it flipped. I don't know what happened. And there we go. So these are the third party combiners and things like that. So again, we'll figure out how those are going to get set up. This is the Armada and Energon case. Lots of stuff just kind of put in here until I get a chance to set it up. This is more so the new stuff like the Legacy and Age of the Primes. Again, nothing set up yet, just wanted to empty the bins. This will be the new, or I'm back up with the recording studio, I guess, and a couple of different backgrounds that I'll be utilizing. This is the War for Cybertron trilogy. So lots of stuff in there. I didn't care about the Combiner Wars, so those are kind of hidden there. And again, more with the trilogy line. And some Titans in there, of course. And then here we have some more Titans and kind of the 86 line, what I've been doing with the 86 line. And so those are the cases so far. This is the Legends Lego kit not officially Lego. I think it's by New Age, but I have to figure out where I'm going to put that at. It's too tall to fit in the case, and I just found that out today. Um, figure for Sinistar Alpha, I did print out some racks to hold my spools, but uh, let's go ahead and go into the recording room, and it's a mess in here. People were asking, what did I do with the shelves? And so here we are. I did take the shelves out so I could bring Metroplex in. And another case, this one's dedicated to Optimus Prime. He favorite character as a kid. So this is what's happening now. And I will probably eventually get another case in here. And at least this way, Metroplex can watch my back for now when I'm recording with that con. But this is why the boxes had to be moved, and so now this will be what's behind me when we record. Um, so let's go ahead and switch over to the laptop so we can go ahead and get some of these questions and things answered. All right, what's going on, guys? Can everybody hear me? Right. Can everybody hear me? Yeah. Okay. Great. So, this is the first time I've been able to see what it looks like behind me. So I actually like it. I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Yeah, all right. So let me go back and take a look at some of these comments. I'm sorry if I was freezing earlier. And just kind of get a roll call of who's here. I've already said, I see the Elder Braves here and Peace from My Heart. I saw Big Bot Bodega come in. Let's see here. Sinistar Alpha, appreciate you. Hopefully the video quality now isn't potato. The Really Man. Oh, they already have a review up. That's pretty good. I need to see it because I'm not in on this combiner from them. It looks better in the last pictures we talked about on the channel, but I don't know yet. What's going on, Quickster? I do have an extra Huntsman, I think. Yeah, I think I do have an extra Huntsman. I don't know where it's at though. So yeah, I think I do have an extra Huntsman. This is funny. Last time I checked, I had over 4,000 Transformers, but that was some time ago. So I actually need to check my spreadsheet, and I'll probably have an update for you. But north of 4,000, we'll say. And let's see here. I will be getting the tune kit for the Magic Square Broody. I think it looks good, and I'm curious to see what it looks like. I don't want to miss out on it and then wish I would have gotten it, sometime later. I did it with the Fans Toys Blaster when they came out with that gold chest. I bought it. It was like $10. I haven't put it on him, but just in case. Let's see here. I like Magnificus as well. Very good looking figure. I think X Transbots did a very good job with him, actually. I have no connection to the Brave series. Um, if you can recommend some stuff that comes in third party, I would definitely take a look at it and see um, what's going on with that, and see if there's some stuff that I may need to pick up. And let's see here. Autobot Killer, thank you for joining. Anubis, what's going on? Yeah, the signal down in my basement, man. I swear, I hate the signal in my basement. Sometimes when we go to record, the technical difficulties are terrible, and I have like 3 Wi-Fi systems in my house. And yes, there are some blockies here. I think I have 24 cabinets now. So I probably need like 2 more. um, this is a perfect answer. I'm slowing down, I think, on acquiring figures, at least at cons. So, hopefully I don't need too many more. Once I clear these shelves off, I think I'm going to do some, I don't know, something different with the walls as well. I don't know. It's a moving target here. Um, yeah, I did say my primary museum. So the whole thing is a museum, but you know how like when you walk into a museum, you have like that focus area. So the first room that I took you guys in, that's the focus area. Um, let's see here. M squared, what's going on? I'm way behind on these comments, so I apologize. Mooning, good evening to you. Thank you for joining. Gordon Lewis, doing good. Thank you for joining as well. We really do appreciate it. I think what I'm going to do is I got to ask for a camera or something like that for Christmas or something like that. Let's see here. Galvatron 86, thank you for joining. Yeah, the split screen. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I hit a button or something. I hate that some StreamYard doesn't have the app working on the iPhone. So there's certain things I could do and certain things I couldn't do. So that sucked. Let's see here. All right, that worked out. You know what? It's funny. Everybody has offered to help me pose the figures. Nobody actually offered to help me move stuff though. I wonder what's going on with that. No, I do need to actually sit down and start posing figures. What I'm going to do, I think for the next episode, if I can, I ordered a bunch of stickers, so hopefully I can get those in. But I'll probably do a shelf episode or something like that, and go through what I've done. It's really hard figuring out where stuff's going to go, and then finding out how I want to pose it, or not have 42 figures with the same pose. That's the other aspect of it, is getting creative. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a lot of work getting this stuff up and going, taking stuff out of those bins and making sure that nothing was left in them. I had 22 bins of figures and stuff. So yeah, it's been crazy. And then I actually had to take some bins out to storage this morning. So yeah, it's bad. Yes, I am a dabbler into 3D printing. Yeah, I've actually, my printer is off right now. This is the longest my printer's been off. It's been off for almost 24 hours. I just ran out of stuff to print, and I haven't ran out of free stuff to print. Let's say that. There's a couple other things that I'm looking at doing, but we'll see. We'll wait on that. And there's something I'm thinking about trying to tackle, and we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Thank you very much. I am actually trying to, and stay tuned for details on this. I am trying to collaborate with the company that I buy my cases from, to see if they would be interested in being a sponsor of the show. Maybe if I can negotiate some discounts for members or something like that, or subscribers or something like that. I don't know yet, but I am trying to work out something because I get asked about the cases a lot, and not sure if anybody would be interested in that. What's in the refrigerator? Juices, wine, yeah, extra food that doesn't fit in the refrigerator upstairs. Yeah, Metroplex. I like it. I like it right there. He did heed the call of the last prime. Yeah. And I just moved him, like I just moved the case and Metroplex this morning, as well as took the actual shelves down this morning. That Metroplex is so heavy. And to move him all the way over, I did have to take one break, but that was like because I had to shift around the cabinets. That's what I'm going to say. But yeah, that thing is heavy. Kiyumo, thank you for joining. You know what? I actually did not make it to Target and to return this. So yeah, this Micronus needs to go. So if you're serious, email me and at botversuscon@gmail, and we can talk. But yeah, this thing is, I don't want it. It's like two big eyes staring at us now. Yeah. I feel it feels much better being here than on the phone. I can tell you that. Yeah, thank you for joining. I mean, I'm looking for ideas for stuff. I actually 3D printed that broadside back there. So thank you again, Sinistar Alpha, for help with that. So yeah, so share your ideas. That's what the channel is for. We are a community, and when we do our fan appreciation videos, please share your displays and things like that. We really appreciate it, and hopefully I can give ideas, or people can give me some ideas. I do really enjoy the feedback. It really helps. Let's see here. Where am I hiding the GIMP? That's the GIMP right there. Ryan DeBow, thank you for joining. See, what had happened was, yeah, and see, that's what happened, oh man, thank you very much. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, thank you very much, Sabertron Toys. Missed you in Chicago. Yeah, when the purge happens, yeah, I have some stuff. You don't want to come here. You want to make this your last stop, believe me. Are all your bots in the house or some in storage? All of them are in the house, and some are still upstairs, and I have to bring those down. They're just big, like my gold Predaking and my Robosen Optimus Prime. I know those are up there. My Unicron, the HasLab Unicron, is up there in planet mode. So yeah, there's some of the big boys that are still up there. Some more of my Omega Supremes. I have to bring those down, but I have to clean out the cases and get ready to put them in before. I just didn't want to. It's already crowded down here, and as I'm also getting ready for the hauls next week,
you know, I just didn't want to bring too much in here, and then I'm moving stuff around in and out. I just didn't want stuff to get in the way. Yes, I do have my collection insured. I did that probably three years ago. I took out an insurance policy. I recommend that if you value your collection, you do it. It's not that expensive to do it. And what I do now is take pictures of your collection for record, and I created a Excel spreadsheet, and I put down how much I paid for every figure and where I got it from. Probably don't need to do that, but just to have a running count. So if there's any issues with anything, you have your you have your facts behind you on how to claim that should anything happen. Being that I had a leak here already, I wanted to make sure that my stuff was taken care of. And when I filed the claim with my insurance, um, you know, I had to get all this stuff packed up, and they gave me $13,000 to pack up my stuff. So, you know, it makes sense to go ahead and insure your collection. Initially, it was funny when I was talking to the adjuster about it. She was going to give me $1,000, and I said, "Yeah, that's not going to do it." And when she came out here and saw it, they were like, "Oh, yeah, no questions asked." So, makes sense. What's up, Sonny? Thank you for joining. And again, I'm backtracking on all these comments, so I do apologize if I'm way behind. Gordon, you said, can you ask an unrelated question? Yes, you can. Hopefully you have it in here already. Quentin Clark, welcome to the show. Thank you very much. Let's see here. What's the difference between Magic Square Bruticus? I saw two different variations. One's there's the legend size and there's the MP size. So don't know if anybody answered that yet. You can tell by the hands if you're not too familiar by the numbers. Yeah, 24 cases. And I probably need one more. We'll see. I also plan in the first room that I started in that had no figures in it, but just had the bins. I'm doing some stuff in there as well. So stay tuned for that. That's going to probably be a next year project. Even though I do have a couple of things that will be getting set out once all this stuff is set up. Maybe I might get anxious and do it a little bit sooner. For work, I'm in sales, and I'm in IT sales, and so I've been doing that for about 20 years. And actually, I got laid off in September, so like right now, I'm doing nothing but putting stuff together. So yeah, if you know of any IT sales jobs, let me know. But yeah, that's what I do for work. Thank you very much. Okay, so I don't know whatever I did to figure out what I did. So I will play around with this offline to make sure I get it right for next time we record. Because yeah, this is definitely a pain in the butt. You're planning ahead. So yeah, the new supply seeker heads are really cool. I have bought all the ones that they've done and put them on those figures. I do have a surprise for you guys on the haul video though. So Big Bob Bodega, stay tuned. Let's see here. Yes, that is very true. A lot of people did ask or did offer to help me move my stuff into their collection. That is true. I don't think it was fair though. A fair is a place they judge pigs, so nothing in life is fair. But yes, I do think a lot of people did offer, and it's funny. There's Get Right Robot offered to help me, and he's a friend of the channel, friend and off the channel, and him and his wife may come down here and stay the weekend, and we'll go do some car stuff, and then mess with some figures. Hopefully he can do that, because there's something that they did for me. Well, they did, and I purchased it, and I want their help setting it back up. So some really cool stuff that I'm trying to see if he'll help me do. But again, stay tuned for that. Let's see. We did not do a blaster print. The Soundwave print, I believe, sold out. I will have to check with James on that. He mails out the stuff. The first sets of prints, the Jazz and the Soundwave print, I had those, and then this last one, the Omega Supreme versus the Devastator one, James did, and so he has those prints. And then I just gave him all the extras that we had. So let me ask, but we have not done a blaster print yet. But stay tuned. Maybe that might be something that comes up. I am hoping that it doesn't take a year to get that stuff, get it back up. I'm hoping that I can do this maybe in the next, maybe before February, maybe. Hopefully I'm finished, in early January. I think the hardest part is going to be waiting on all the insignias to come in and making sure that I have enough. That's funny. Cybertron. My room is small, so it's always changing. Bobby's basement is a Cybertronian Never Land. It is funny. I did not ever think it was going to get like this. So I blame all of you all for this. Let's see here. Let's talk. Actually I haven't done it in a while. I think after the hauls, I used to do kind of what I'm selling. I did pick up some stuff that, I have some stuff that I was selling before that, didn't move, or maybe some people already had it. So I'll show off some of the stuff that I'm selling. I do have some alternators. I did get, if anybody's looking for the Nemesis Hot Wheels, I may have a connection to get one or two. Let's see here. The Giant Pengu Optimus. Yes, those are the Optimus and Nemesis behind me. And I'll just kind of slide to the side there in alt mode so you can kind of see. So yeah, I do have both of those. And yeah, some of this is gonna change and get moved around as well. But good eye there. How do you insure your collection? So I have State Farm for my home and auto, and I went through them. And what you do is, just call them, tell them that you have a collection that you want to insure. They'll ask you for some pictures, or they'll ask you for, something that talks about what you have in your collection. And as I said, I initially gave them a roundabout number. At the time, I think I had about 3,000 figures, and they were, what was funny about it, I said, I was trying to think of how many figures I had. And I was like, I think I have 3. And she said, oh yeah, we can do three figures. I was like, no, not 3. She's like, oh, 300. Yeah, we can do that. I was like, no, I was thinking like 3,000. And she said, oh my God. And so, after the shock wore off, and then she kind of gave me a price of what it would be. It's really dependent on how much you want to cover. So I think initially I started with a $50,000 policy, and I jumped it up to a $100,000 policy, and then I've kind of jumped it up from there. So it's like 40-50 bucks a month or something like that. It's not really expensive for the peace of mind. Let's see here. You ever look at the total line on that spreadsheet and have regrets? So what I had to do to not feel that way is I actually I split up everything, and this helps for me. I split I did a separate workbook for every brand. So I have a Fans Toys, I have X Transbots, I have a Make Toys, I have whatever, and that way the numbers aren't too overwhelming, and it doesn't give me sticker shock. But I probably have like 20 different tabs. But I totaled it one time and I had $11,000, and I can't remember what manufacturer it was for, but it was like over $11,000. And so yeah, don't want to see what it is as a total. That would scare me. If he becomes sentient one day, he better realize that I've treated him good, and I've carried him around for all this time. I need him to be able to carry me around afterwards. So yeah. Oh, shout out to Lloyd Robinson. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate you. Thank you. It means a lot. The members are a lot of fun. We get to hang out and do stuff. So thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. If you're not a member, please consider becoming a member as well. We have a lot of fun on our members only calls and stuff like that. So thank you very much. What are you waiting for, man? Go ahead and do it. Do the insurance thing. Over 4,000 bots and you still have a lady. Yes. She did not know that it was going to go this route, but she knew I had a collection. I find it very hard to not be myself. And what I mean by that is that like I am very giving, but I am also very stern. And so if I want to do something, as long as there's enough money to do it, then I think you should be able to do whatever it is that you want to do. We don't have any joint accounts. She has her separate accounts. I have my accounts. We both have our responsibilities in our relationship to each other or as individuals. And so she takes care of her stuff. Whatever she wants to buy, she can buy it. Whatever I want to buy, I buy, and I don't have to ask or anything like that. It would probably be a little bit different if, we kind of needed each other's bank accounts to suffice. That would make things probably more of a conversation. But when I bought this house, well, prior to buying this house and my other house, she moved in with me, and she took up all my rooms. So I bought a bigger house with the basement so I could do kind of this thing here. But yeah, Lloyd, thank you very much. It is definitely a work in progress still. So for a man who is in sales, he sure does more buying than selling. That is hilarious. Yeah, it's a problem. Oh, that's funny. I don't know who or how to get someone out to insure my figures. Yeah, so call your whoever your insurance company is. If again, I'm behind on comments, I'm trying to catch up, but yeah, very very easy to do. Just call. And if you don't want to, if your insurance doesn't do it, like I said, I know State Farm does it, Allstate, I'm assuming Geico and all those, just kind of call and see. Let's see here. What do you think would be characters for the next poster? I don't know, Rod. We've talked about a couple. We'll probably talk about it tomorrow, or excuse me, not tomorrow, next week, or sometime during the news. But we are going to do a holiday, or call it a holiday or end of year poster as well. So stay tuned for that. And there is a theme behind this one. It's personal to us. So stay tuned for that. But if there's something that you guys would like to see, like send us some suggestions. Email them over to us, or when we're on the next chat, let us know. Yes, you can get coverage through your homeowner's insurance, and that's probably the best thing to do because it's all tied in together. I'm very curious to see what this head looks like. And I do mean that in regards to the robot kind. But yeah, I have some ideas for some different Make Toys heads as well. I do not know, Coffee, how many Transformers James has. James has more older figures than I do. I think, he has like his figures from when he was a kid and stuff like that. Everything I have is fairly new. Most of my collection is over the last 3 years. I probably had a fourth maybe prior to that. But I think I'm somewhere over 4,000 figures, I think, at this time. I will probably count one day. Bobby, are you sure you are not a secret investor and Make Toys with all those secret purchases? I should. I really should. They need to cut me in on this. But, initially it was, I used to think about the G1 cartoon, how they had, random seekers in the episodes and stuff like that. And so that made me do it. I would probably do the same if they came out with some Insecticons, that weren't too ridiculously priced. So I can have some of those. I did it with the Sharkticons a little bit. If you saw in the video, I had a lot of Sharkticons. So the troop building is fun, but yeah, they do need to give me a line in there or something. Let's see here. Is the current print Trypticon Gigastorm is the double the usual price? We didn't do a Trypticon Gigastorm print. We did a excuse me, we did Devastator versus Omega Supreme. So yeah, we have not done a Trypticon print, Snail's World. I know you were asking about a print. Let's make sure that we're talking about the same print. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, here's somebody else confirming that you can insure. Thank you for that, Rod. Yeah, so I'd be interested in a Hot Wheels Nemesis as long as it's not double retail price. Haha. I don't know. I have to find out how much it's going to be. But yeah, I will let you know as soon as I get details. Still looking for, oh wow, 86 Hot Rod. I don't know what to tell you on that. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. There's some yeah, let's see here. Yes, members only was lit yesterday. We had a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You guys have me laughing. You guys have James laughing, and then the banter is always, you kind of see what it's like when we're on. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy doing it. She likes his big personality. Uh-oh. I don't know who's that. That's what I was thinking as well. That's a conversation for BBC After Dark. What's going on, Wolfman? Thank you for joining. I'm behind on the comments, so I'm trying to catch up here. Which TFCon are you planning on going to, Lloyd? Or are you looking at LA, Toronto in the summer, or Orlando? I know I'll be in LA and Orlando. I'm trying to make it to Toronto. Bobby gives good marriage advice. As for Transformer purchasing advice, I'm not so sure. I would agree with that. Yeah, don't take my advice on purchasing Transformers. Actually, no, I think I give good advice on purchasing Transformers. Just don't buy as much as I do. That's the problem. Nice. Yeah, you definitely have to insure your collection. 110 Transformers, you know, this is what I would say when it comes to insurance. Um, if you think the value that you paid for it is less than the value that it's worth, and that means with the price tag or emotionally, mentally, you know, if you have a connection to it, I would get it insured. Today's prices aren't going to be tomorrow's prices, and so if you paid, you know, $20 for something in the past, we see it right now, it's $35. So if you value any of your figures, and if something were to happen, you'd want to get fair value for it, I would insure it. But that's me talking. Again, I don't know what it would cost for 110 figures. It could be, you know, $5-10 a month. I don't know, but worth the check if anything. Oh, Triptychon for the next poster. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Very interesting. We already have a plan for the next poster, but maybe for after that. So, yeah, I need to make of course, my pad of paper is not in here. I need to make a list. If you guys could, like, email us on what you would think, you know, what we should do for a future poster. That would really help. Wolfman, you know, it excuse me, the Rat Bat t-shirt is in the works for something we're working on. So thank you very much. It makes perfect sense. This is actually why I say that, Gordon. Like, send us what your thoughts are on some, you know, future prints, and maybe we can do a poll or something like that and work on it. And same with shirts, you know. You know, we've it kind of made sense for us to do the Devastator Wars. It made sense for us to do the Omega Supreme shirt leading into our prints and stuff like that. So we are working on some other shirt ideas as well. So yeah, give us some ideas, give us some feedback of what you would like to see and stuff like that. I'm actually running out of wall space and having to move some stuff around. So I like the idea though, and we can definitely do a vote. Yeah, so the holiday poster, and I'm saying holidays because it will be around, it's going to be announced, or it's going to be available in December, but it's based off of something that we've been going through all year, or what we thought all year. So what's going on, Dadu Walker? Yes, 2 lives back to back. Thank you for joining. Hopefully you're not text to driving again, or voice to text, whatever you were doing yesterday. So yes, you did make it. Let's see here. Damn, I didn't think about it that way. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, dude, you bought 4,000 toys in only 3 years. You're even cooler than I thought. It was, yeah, it was a problem. Let's say my first convention, which was LA in 2022 when James and I met, I spent 6 grand on Transformers. So that was the most I've spent at a convention, but that was a bit crazy. And I do not suggest anybody do that. Unless you can comfortably do that. It wasn't comfortable to do that. I had no idea what shipping all that stuff was gonna cost me to get home, but I think I spent another $600 shipping stuff home. So yeah, crazy. Sinistar, I'm hoping MPU goes nuts on Seekers. They're nice and priced really well. The price is amazing on those, and not to bash Hasbro at all. The price on those are really, really good. I would opt for the MPU Seekers over the Hasbro Seekers that are about to come out. Personal taste, or I'd look at the fourth party KOs of the MP52 Plus that are about, I think they're like $79, $80, something like that each, and it's double the size, and all the articulation and accessories and faces and all that stuff. So that would be what I would recommend. Hopefully that's good Transformer buying advice. You did miss the walkthrough. Yeah, go back and watch it on Rewind. I did have some technical difficulties initially, but hopefully it looks good. I'll try to do kind of a walkthrough or update as we move through. Trypticon versus Metroplex print would be so cool. I mean, hell, I want that. Yeah, again, please email us with some ideas. They will reissue 86 Hot Rod. The reason I said I don't know is because I don't know what price that they're going to put on it, when they do reissue it. What they'll probably do is reissue it and not have it in the Studio Series box, have it in, like, whether it's Age of the Primes, possibly, or something like that. They may reissue it and put it in that box. This is inquiring minds want to know, will Make Toys ever do the Headmasters, which they teased Hardhead a long time ago? Seems they are trying to complete the Seekers list. Great room tour. Congrats, Bobby, for the hard work. Thank you very much, especially on the last aspect. I am going to reach out and see if I can find an update on the Make Toys Headmasters, because it has been long. I've seen it, I think it was Baltimore maybe, or maybe LA, where they actually had it on display in grayscale, and it looked like it was coming. I talked to TF Source about some of the things that they have going on and what may happen, and they said that there's some really cool stuff coming up for 2026. I don't know if it's going to be more Seekers or if it's going to be the Make Toys. So we'll see about that. We will definitely see you in Orlando, Lloyd. Looking forward to that. Yep, Big Bob Bodega will be there as well. Stay tuned, Lloyd. We typically get people ask us what should they do for their first TFCon. Chicago was a mess. Orlando's really nice. Orlando has a nice layout. It's very spacious, so you don't feel cramped up in one spot. There's plenty of room to move around. It's like a resort instead of a hotel. But my initial advice is to make sure I would pack an extra suitcase. I don't know where you're traveling from, if you're close or not, but I pack an empty suitcase just because. And when as I mentioned, my first convention, I lost my mind. and just bought everything. And I'd make a list of what you're looking for and try to prioritize that and see if you can get those things knocked out first, because you will get sidetracked. And if you have a budget, you want to knock out the stuff you really want first, if possible. The other thing I would recommend is that a lot of the dealers have inventory that's not out on the first day. And so as they sell and make room for stuff, they bring more stuff out. So keep checking, because you might see something new. Used to live in Orlando. I can tell you where to and not to go. Oh, okay. Might need that list. Let's see here. Wolfman says, I know it's a bot channel, but I would not mind you guys chucking in a Skybound review, or even non-Transformers, like the delightful new Deathstalker. We do talk about the Skybound stuff, again, related to Transformers. The problem is we cover Mask. Like, we talk about stuff that we actually have some experience with, to a certain sense. I will be talking about Ramen, for instance, because I have a good relationship with Ramen. Skybound, the comics have been amazing. I am going to catch up. James does not read the comics, so it's almost like a one-sided conversation. But maybe what we can do, and again, let us know. We always ask for feedback. Maybe we can dedicate a certain time frame on the haul videos or something like that to talk about Skybound. I mean, typically after we go over our hauls, we have a little bit of time left to discuss things. So definitely shoot that out there. Oh, that's really cool. One of my friends drew Optimus Prime for your birthday. Happy birthday if that was recent. Let's see here. Will the holiday poster tie in with the Chosen Prime's holiday release? Actually, no. It's actually going to tie in with what James and I have talked about and thought throughout this year, without giving it away too much. Again, we'll probably announce it, announce what it is on the haul videos. But I think it's something that we actually agree on. So that was interesting as well. So this last print was, me versus him, Bot versus Khan, and then this one is actually us, Kumbayan or something like that. So I think you guys will like it though. Rod Super says, I love the idea of doing a poll for posters and or t-shirt designs by members, suggestions, and then putting it up for a vote. That's exactly, that was exactly why we started the members and the tiers in the members, is that we want feedback from the members, because we want that to be the differentiator between just being a subscriber and being a member. We really want to take your feedback and apply that to the channel. And so, yes, that is exactly what being a member is all about. One of the perks of it. So yes, please share that information. Give us that information so we can start putting it out there. And the sooner the better. Sinister Alpha says, leave a review. You're about to send Bobby to a TA meeting. That's hilarious. Yes, you are. Transformers Anonymous. Yes. I'm doing better. Self-control. I thought it was only 5 figures. I bought 6 figures in Chicago. I will be covering which one I forgot to mention on the last live stream. I'm good for doing that. I would probably do only 1,000 at TFCon. Hey, definitely. And we never asked, like, what do you collect? Do you collect mainline? Do you collect legends? Do you collect masterpiece combination? Are you looking for exclusives? Like, all those things really make a difference. I know in Chicago there was a ton of mainline stuff. So I don't know if Orlando's going to be the same way, but yeah, definitely have a budget and if your budget is tight, make sure you stick to it. And that's why I would say make sure you know what it is that you're looking for, so you can target those things first. Quentin Clark, welcome aboard. I might have missed you if you commented earlier. $6 grand isn't insane. I've never topped 1,200. Good grief, Bobby, but I love it. You know, sometimes you have those I wish I could have done it as a kid moments, and six grand was the most. I think in Chicago I spent, I think I spent $1 grand, maybe under $1 grand. So definitely on the better side of it, and my collection's almost complete in terms of, or up to date, I should say. So there's not much more I'm looking for. But yeah, that first one was crazy. Rod Super says, how much 3D printing do you think you will fill up your new basement? No, you have been 3D printing, which maybe do a video on that process. You know, so you can actually see the broadside right there. I did 3D print that. I will be showing off some of the other 3D prints I've done. Something that I'll show this real quick. This is something that's not Transformers related, but it's Transformers related for me. Something I just printed, and I'm going to do a bigger version now that I know. But I did this little storage tray, and I just put like all my little the accessories, like the additional heads and all that stuff in here. And you know, so like here you can see some of the heads and stuff like that. So that's something I just 3D printed. Like I said, I'm going to make a bigger one because this is going to fill up in no time, especially since I took all the boxes out. I wanted to make sure to take all the accessories. Normally I leave them in the box, but if I ever want to change something, I don't want to have to go out to the storage and figure out what box to go into. So I'm taking everything out and putting them in these little things like this. So yeah, the 3D printing has been really cool. Buzzsaw Eject, welcome. You didn't miss too much. We're just chopping it up a little bit now. So I did do the walkthrough. So I'm sorry. Unfortunately, you're going to have to rewatch that. Did have some technical issues at the beginning, so I do apologize. Lara, my first TFCon was a 45-minute drive, so I somewhat justified how much I spent. Yeah. It's fun. What I would say is the first one I went to, I had just got a new credit card, and I had to spend a certain amount within 3 months to get some extra perks and bonuses and stuff like that. So I spent it in a weekend, and it was fun. It was unbelievable to do. I had never done anything like that before. That first 2022 was my biggest expense when it came to Transformers. Yeah, here you go. Generation selects hot rod with movie colors. I can see that happening. Justified how much I spent on how much I saved from not needing to book a room. That is definitely one of the bonuses. What I found and where I'm at now, and Dadu Walker talked about it, the conventions start becoming more about the people and hanging out. Like the toys are fun. I mean, that's amazing to do. But for me right now, it's hanging out with you all. I really enjoy doing that. I really enjoy meeting people and talking to you guys. And I think that's where I'm at right now with doing these conventions is, you know, how can we hang out? How can we do things? Or, you know, can we meet in the lobby and talk and you know, share some shots of Energon or something like that, and just have a really good time. I want to order Anubis says I want to order Fans Toys Broadside, but I think my wife will leave. You know, I don't know how much it's going to cost, but I'm very, very curious. I'm very curious about that. Buzzsaw says, I want Make Toys Rioter Galvatron. I don't know if I'm familiar with that one. So I'll have to look that one up. Now you have me curious. And Sinister Alpha says he's afraid of the price on that thing, but I won't have to worry about it until 2032. You know what? That is very true. You do have a long time to prep your wife on that. Hey, very good point, Quentin. If Make Toys keeps playing around, Fans Toys will do the Headmasters and they will be screwed. That is something that Make Toys needs to be pay attention to, because Fans Toys will bot block it. Even if they don't come out till 2032, they will not sell, especially with the quality of Make Toys with all these Seekers, using old molds for these Seekers. People are going to be like, that Headmaster is going to probably have some old mold to it and old details as well. So yeah, it's going to be crazy. All right, so you're coming in from Colorado, Lloyd. Yeah, I want to go to Colorado. I on a vacation. I really want to go. I haven't been yet. And Sinistar, yeah, extra empty suitcase is clutch. Hard-sided. Yes, definitely hard-sided. Yes, hard-sided for real. And if you order figures, save your bubble wrap. Just throw it in the empty suitcase. I have a garbage bag full of bubble wrap, and I just pack it in my suitcase because you never know and you want to protect it as much as possible. Also, get those TSA locks on your suitcase. Just extra security. I mean, when you have these figures and stuff like that, you would hate for your suitcase to open up and your figures fall out. So, but yeah, good advice there, Sinistar. All right. Ryan DeBow says that Transformer Con's having problems finding new figures if you've gone to so many of them. Very true. Very, very true. That's where I was at in Chicago. There's not much that I don't have already. There's a couple that I'm on the hunt for. I walked through the dealer room prior to it opening. I didn't really see anything. Or I snagged, it was the exclusives and 2 other figures that I bought. So that's one of the good things, is once your collection gets to where you're happy with it, then you're really just going to hang out. Yeah, M Squared says definitely make a list of things you want to look for. And yes, people do sell stuff in their rooms too, so you can check on that. Big Bot Bodega, I think you actually did that in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't go to any of the rooms in Chicago. I typically don't. I heard of somebody was telling a story in Chicago about what was going on in one of the rooms, and I was just like, yeah, I don't necessarily want to be associated with that. So not my story to tell though. Oh, okay, I stand corrected. So Sinistar didn't go to any of those rooms in Chicago, but yeah, I think I'll look. This, you know what? Very, very good point. James Bust Your Chops. Sinistar Alpha says, James Bust Your Chops for not reading Dreamwave and IDW, but won't read Skybound. Shaking my head. Yes, exactly. I never read comics, and the only reason I started reading comics was because we were doing this show, and I was like, okay, let me try this Skybound. It's new. Let's see, and I like it. So I'm stuck. I did the Unicron package for the Kickstarter, so I know I'll be getting a ton of comics for that, and I'll go back and read those as well. But I am definitely on with this Skybound stuff. I bought stock in it, so definitely support. Let's see here. Oops. Here we go. Gordon says, I tell you what, since I started watching y'all and other reviewers, my collection has grown significantly. Yeah, sorry, not sorry. Yeah, what we try to do, and sometimes it bites us in the butt because we don't get as we don't get as many subscribers as some of the other channels. And while I would love to have like 10,000 subscribers and, 8,000 members and stuff like that, I really appreciate the subscribers and the members that we have, because you guys actually, whether you like it or not, you guys give us feedback. We're not going to be a channel that says every figure is great. We're not going to be a channel that says that, you should buy this and you should buy that. If you like it, go get it. If you don't like it, don't get it. If you get it, keep your receipt just in case you don't like it. But I had a hard time prior to starting this channel with James. I was thinking of all the other YouTubers, and no shade to them at all, but it was like every single figure was great or every single figure was good, and I was just like, man, I didn't like that figure, or that figure was terrible, and I wish somebody would have told me that instead of me having to buy it. So while we might not be the most popular channel, because sometimes we get told we're being haters, we're really not being haters. It's just like, if you like it, go get it. We're literally just saying our own opinion on it. And if somebody challenges that, please put it in the comments. We love that stuff. That's what this is. It's a debate show. So please. Any hobbies besides collecting Transformers? Peace for my heart says. I do collect masks, from Ramen, what they've come out with their Machina line, and their Centurions and stuff like that. But besides collecting toys, I collect watches. I am professionally known as the tie guy, so I have over 100 ties, and I can tie probably 70 different knots. While I don't like all 70 or so knots, I can tie a significant amount of knots. I have a toy car that I do stuff on. I haven't done anything with that in a while because of the Transformers I have had to pick, and I love to travel. So those are kind of the hobbies. I have a daughter, so I have a 6-year-old, so she takes up a lot of my time, spending time with her and doing the whole family thing. So Dadu Walker says, Sinistar, good point. James needs to read. Yeah, you guys get on him about that. Rod Super says, great to know Skybound is moving for a great crossover of Transformers, G.I. Joe, Mask, and Void Rivals. Excited to see how they will do that, and would love an animation show on Amazon Prime. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Yes, I can definitely see that happening with Invincible. I love that show. Also by Skybound, and that's one of the things that made me buy the stock in it, was that I'm seeing what the comics are doing, and I'm seeing what the TV show is doing, and that would be amazing. What would even be better is if they did separate franchises of all of those on Prime and then had them cross over as well. That would be ideal, so we can get something for everybody. Those who love Transformers, those who love G.I. Joe, those who love Mask, everybody can Void, everybody can get their fix, but then to have them all tie in, that would be chef's kiss. Let's see here. Yes, you did. Raw Super or Sinister Alpha says, yeah, when I saw that cameo in issue 25, I immediately hit up Bobby to read it quickly. Yes, you did. And yes, I did. And I think my eyes probably look like Beetlejuice or something like that. I was so excited to see that. Big Easy, if you're still here, what's up, man? Sorry, I missed you. Gordon, did not know you. I do not know. Is there a way to turn on closed caption for a live stream? I have no idea. Sorry, I have absolutely no idea. Hopefully there is. Let's see here. It's good to have a budget to stick with, man. Yeah. So Lloyd, lots of tips here from fellow collectors and fellow con guest. So yeah, definitely take that in, and you'll be hearing about it over the next year as well. So you have time. Okay. So Laura says, an ask or nom poster or some other more creative play on words. Track your mayhem with Excel spreadsheets. That's funny. I really like that. That is hilarious. I like that a lot. And for the mask people out here, you get that. Yeah, Big Baba Bodega cons for me are pretty much just third party now. Dangerous grounds. Yeah. I get when you walk in and you see the Chosen Primes display, shout out to the Chosen Prime, sponsor of the show. When you see that, it's like, damn, what did I just do to myself? What did I just do to my wallet? And I personally now at this point, since James and I have helped set those booths up, or the last few shows, know what it's like to go in and do that and take part in that. And so it's an amazing experience. And yeah, just get your mind right. Dadu Walker says, I spend more on drinks and hotel than on Transformers at TFCon Chicago. Somebody tried to get me to spend more while out, but I don't pay for. Sir, it is all your fault, sir. That's all I'm going to say. Love the color for the 3D storage bin. So bot choice. Thank you very much, Rod Super. Yeah, I actually plan on building that bigger, and it's going to be fun. Lloyd says, although Fans Toys, I love the figures because they are very well made. At least the one I got left. Yeah, they are very well made. I don't know if it's just me. The transformation of some of their newer figures has been very X-Transbots like. Lots of panel flipping and turning and stuff like that, where I don't remember it being that way before. It's almost like they brought in some new engineers or something. Oh, we should have a member shirt for every year with all the current members' names listed on the back of the shirts. I think that would be neat for us. I like that idea. I really do like that idea. So something that I've done, and the people in Chicago can vouch for this. This is our 3-year anniversary, and what I wanted to say is thank you to our members who've been riding with us since the beginning. And I try to show my appreciation with some gifts and things like that for the people who've been with us for a year. And so I will be reaching out, or I'll try to reach out to the people who've been with us for a year, and get your addresses to send you a little something, because again, we really do appreciate it. I do like this. Where's my phone? I need to take a screenshot of that. I do like the idea. Now, the only problem with that is we do want to make sure, and I don't know how to say this or how to do this. Like, I guess it doesn't matter, but I do know sometimes people will become a member for the shirt, and I'm okay with that. And and then they'll stop being a member just so they can get the shirt and they'll be on it. I'm okay with that. If you guys are good with that, I like the idea. So beat it up in the comments if you like that idea of doing the names on the shirt. I do like that. M Squared might have to be talking to you. Wolfman says, you and James seem like really nice people. All you can ask from anyone. I like to think that. No, we I don't know. Some of you guys have met me in person. Some of you guys have met James in person. I think we're nice guys, but yeah, we're we enjoy what we're doing here, and we enjoy what we have with you all. So thank you very much. Let's see here. I'm skipping past a couple of those because we're getting low on time here. I want to catch up on some. Let's see. Anubis said, I saw that Onyx Prime is now $65.99 everywhere except Amazon. I paid $54.99. These prices are constantly changing. That's crazy. Yeah. So anybody go look at that. Later, Dadu, I probably already missed you. Go be a super dad. He is a good dad. Met the kids in Chicago. Okay, it's their alternate design. They did Megatron and Prime. You can see it on Shozi. Okay, I'm gonna have to go look at that. Take a screenshot of that too, just to make sure I remember. I use my dirty clothes as packing material. You can also do that as well. Ooh, what is the over under on Bobby retiring from collecting Transformers before retiring from working? Good question. I'm curious about that. He's going to die with a bot in his hand. Hilarious. Let's see. Elder Brave says, okay, cool. I just got this real cool book to show you guys, but it's German. I want to show it to you before I sell it to some Alucard fellow that inquired about it. Yeah. Yeah, please send me a pic. I don't know anything about German. That would be hard. Diddy Party. It was like a Diddy Party is what I heard. Let's see. Laura says TFW has some meetup groups. Years ago, I went to some lunch meetups and Pig for Life was there. Sometimes he'd bring previews from that Toy Joe would be selling. I bought stuff at cons and outside of cons from people. Yep, all very true. The TFW party in Chicago was terrible, only because they screwed. The hotel had it on hell in the room we're in. It was so hot. It was miserable. But yeah, I love going to these like little meetups and stuff like that. For people in Atlanta, I've thought about hosting some as well to kind of do some stuff. Or if there's an event, I like to, just see who's going to the event and see if we can meet up. Lloyd says he likes the dynamic between James and I. We crack them up. Yeah. And it's all legit. It's not rehearsed. We don't even know what we're going to talk about. We know what we're going to talk about to some degree. I send him all the news I find. He puts the PowerPoints together. He adds stuff or takes away stuff. Sometimes there's stuff I put in there and he doesn't put it in there. And I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, I don't know the order it's going to be in or anything. So the reaction you get from us is definitely 100% authentic. Let's see. Start a 3D printing channel, Bobby. Are you volunteering to do that with me, Sinistar? Might be able to do something. Thank you very much. This is why I joined the channel, because you two keep it real with your opinions, the good, the bad, and even the ugly. Keep it up, Bot and Con. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's what you're going to always get from us. I thought about toning it down a little bit sometimes, but sometimes I just can't. So this is a drug. Lloyd says he's also thinking about getting a 3D printer. Yeah, it's crazy. I've printed off so much stuff, even stuff I didn't need, but yeah, I need more files, clearly. Hello, police. There's this guy who has a basement, travels a lot, and really likes to tie knots. Yeah, that kind of describes me a little bit, Wolfman. So, Comp vs. Terra poster as precursor advertisement for selling personally bought terrible figs that others didn't warn you about. Yeah, I hope you guys like the terrible shirt I designed for Chicago. I thought it came out really well, and it made me laugh that during the third party they tried to change their logo to the terrible one, and then the official shirt was, in my mind, terrible. So thank you for everyone who picked that up. But yeah, that's funny. I like that. Let's see here. Nyla, sorry for being late. What's good? Hope you're enjoying. I'm behind on comments, so I'm just, since it's just me this time, I'm kind of going through everything. Let's see here. Yes, the TC Center Alpha says the TCP booth is crazy. The amount of inventory they bring is insane. Yes, it definitely is. Unloading that truck is, and loading back up that truck is definitely insane. But it's fun. Snell's World says he has about 1,300 figures. Nice collection. Nice collection. Let's see here. Gordon says he wanted Huntsman and Helmsman, but damn, I can't afford them prices right now. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm looking behind me. Yeah, I have a couple of Fans Hobby figures that I might be getting rid of. Stay tuned. Let's see here. Elder Brave says we were talking about the transformations, and he says his Blitzwing made him feel like he was handling French fries because they're greasy. That's so funny. Justin Mona says no AI art for the t-shirts. Not sure what you mean by that. Let's see. Okay, Sinister says, hey, a lot of channels do things like that just to drive memberships. I don't think any of us would be mad at people supporting you guys, even if it's just to get their name on some cotton. Perfect. Thank you for that. Oh, man. Autobot Killer says, I hope you guys don't break up like Hall & Oates. Man, I love Hall & Oates. It's such a, and they like don't like each other. That's terrible. Yeah, I don't, James and I are kind of connected, and while we may venture off and do separate things in the future, this is here. This is a foundation for all of that. So yeah, I don't think we'll be like Hall & Oates. We might be like New Edition, and have a separate album or something like that, but we shall see. What? I think you were, Justin says, I think you were on the cover news for TFW when TFCon Chicago was going on. They had a pic of the dealer room, I think. Oh, that's cool. I need to find that. That'd be really cool. I didn't even see. That was Elder Brave says that was a joke for Wolfman from a movie you might remember from our youth, the Monster Squad. Sally, I don't have a cool Transformers book in German. Okay, I was just like, I totally missed that. So yeah, good, because I was gonna be hard to say yes to that. Some kite, where have you been? Haven't seen you in a minute. Think you guys might try to organize something for TFCon Orlando? Yes, we will. We do two things typically at the cons. We do a members only lunch, which, thank you for everyone who in Chicago who was able to join. I think it was like 16 of us, I think. And then we do like a meet and greet, like in the lobby somewhere for our subscribers and stuff. And then of course, I mean, if just people see us around, come up and talk and say hi or whatever. We love taking pictures and stuff like that. So yeah, so those are kind of the two official things, and then everything else is kind of random. Oh, I'm so jealous. Snell's World says, Bobby, I just got my Thunderhawk and Switchblade from BBTS. How are they? I'm jealous. Mine's probably not gonna get here till December something. Nyla says, I just started collecting this year, so I haven't been following for too long, but I'm in for the long haul. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun hobby. Let us know what you collect. Are you collecting mainline, third party, legends, mixture of all of the above? Let us know. Peace from my heart says Bot vs. Con is now officially a reality show starring Bobby and James as the odd couple. That is funny. That is very funny. Yes, that is very true. And yes, it is plastic crack, Samkyat. Hey, Autobot Killer says Bobby and James are Siskel and Ebert for Transformers. That is a very good way to put it for anybody who remembers Siskel and Ebert. That's hilarious. And Wolfman says I should treat myself to a watch of the Monster Squad. It's a very, very 80s and very fun. I have to remember that. Hurricane Harrington, welcome. I haven't seen you in the comments in a while. How are you doing, my man? Buzzsaw Eject says that we're more like the two old guys from the Muppets. That's hilarious. That's a t-shirt idea. I would love Muppet versions of these guys. Oh man, you know what? Let me take a picture of that. That is hilarious. Please email us. Yeah, email us some ideas. I mean, these are all things that we would love to do. And I have, there's a shirt that I'm working on right now, but I would skip on it to do some of these others. I was thinking New Edition and was typing which of you would be the BBD and bringing us memories like Poison, and then you said New Edition. Bam, yeah. So I'm BBD, definitely BBD. James would be like the member of New Edition who didn't make the group, but he's still part of the family. Yes, that Grell is Poison, the Elder Brave says. Let's see here. Oops. Rod Super says, thanks for the update. Snell's wrote about getting your mask figures. We'll keep mines until Christmas to open, which I did not do when I was young. Oh, hell no. Mine came in for Christmas. Let's see here. Some cat says, you think you would be able to 3D print con exclusives we could get from you guys? I don't know. And the only reason I say that is I'm just now getting into this. I've been 3D printing for a month, if that. And while I think I've been pretty good at doing it, I don't know how to create things yet. I'm still learning, but it's possible. Everything's possible. Gordon says, hey, Bobby, Blockies are $5 at Walmart. Yes, James didn't put that in the news. I did take a picture and saw that there were some for $5. That's all for Sinistar Alpha. But yeah, I did see that there were some Blockies that were $5. Hurricane says he's been trying to save money for Magic Square Bruticus. Definitely get it. Later, Big Bot Bodega, Autobot Killer got a bounce. Yeah, I got a bounce as well, guys. Don't trust a big bot with a smile. That's hilarious. Thank you all for joining. Really do appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. I will be back with another installment of Bot's Basement. I think probably maybe 2 weeks, I guess. We shall see. And Gordon says he wish we did more lives. Yeah, I am. Give me some time. I do want to do more of these, and so you know, is every 2 weeks, I guess, good for a bots basement? I have been thinking about doing um some other stuff, you know, as well. So again, lots of stuff to come. But yeah, I'm good with possibly doing this every 2 weeks or something like that. So again, thank you all very much for joining. I hope you liked the tour. I apologize for the technical issues at the beginning, and we'll come back for the news on Tuesday. And you know, enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Enjoy your Sunday. As always, to all bots are one. Yeah, to all debates are one. We'll see you guys next time.